Hey everybody, I want to explain a little more about the alcohol industry. Like, I was reading an article this week about alcohol excise taxes, and just it reminded me how little people kind of understand about the business side of, the bottle they're holding. Most people walk into a store and they see a bottle sitting on a shelf for, 40, 50, or even $70, and they think, gosh, that's expensive. Honestly, I get it, right? But what most consumers don't realize is that by the time the bottle reaches the shelf, there's a whole lot of people taking their piece long before the distillery ever even sees a profit. So let's talk about the whiskey for a minute. A distillery starts by buying the grain, then they need the equipment, the fermenters, the stills, the barrels, the bottles, the labels, everything, right? And then they got compliance and software and laboratory testing and warehousing. Then comes in the fun part. For bourbon, you make it today and maybe you don't sell it for 4 or 6 or even 10 years. So think about that for a second. Imagine starting a business where you spend every single day for years before you can sell the primary product. Most businesses would never survive under that model, but distilleries do it every day. And while that whiskey is sitting in a warehouse aging, the angels are taking their share, the barrels are being lost, inventory is tied up, and bills keep coming. Then, before the bottle even leaves the bonded warehouse, the federal government collects excise taxes, then state taxes, then in most states, distributors collect money, then retailers. Everybody gets paid along the way. Right? Okay. It's just crazy. Sometimes the government makes more money on the bottle than the people who actually created it. I mean, just think about that. You work all that time to build a product and then the government makes more than you do. And that's just financial. The industry is heavily regulated, incredibly complicated, and honestly, it's just really hard. There are compliance requirements, licensing, reporting, label approvals, distribution laws that vary state by state, and marketing restrictions, shipping restrictions, and thousands of other things that they have to navigate. And yet, people still do it. Why? I mean, really, why would you put yourself through all that? Because most founders, think of this as more than a business. It's a passion. It's a dream. It's a family legacy. It's kind of a second career for those after military service even, right? A chance to build something of their own and take care of their buddies along the way. And that's one of the reasons I really love this industry so much is behind almost every bottle is a story, especially for veterans. It's a veteran starting over after leaving the military, a husband and wife bettering themselves, off of their savings, a family preserving a tradition, an entrepreneur chasing a dream that everybody else told them was crazy. Totally understand all that. But as Americans, we spend a lot of time talking about supporting veterans. Well, here's a pretty simple way to do it, right? Just buy products made by veterans. I mean, every single purchase to them matters. When you buy a veteran-owned bottle, you're not just buying a product, right? You're supporting jobs. You're supporting families. You're supporting a dream. And you're not doing it in a charitable way to where it's, I'm giving to help a veteran. You're helping someone continuing to serve, just in a different uniform. And maybe you don't even drink. Maybe you don't like alcohol. That's okay. You can still help, right? You can donate as little as $5 to support craft. I mean, seriously, $5, that's less than you spend on your coffee in a single day. But that $5, to craft makes a huge difference. 100% of the funds we receive goes directly to supporting events and storytelling and opportunities that help veteran-owned brands grow. We continue traveling the country, recognizing great brands, sharing incredible stories, and showcasing their sacrifices and all these things that they're doing after transitioning from military service into a new world of entrepreneurship. We're helping these brands stand out in the industry, and that's very incredibly difficult to do. As you've heard, Uncle Sam isn't exactly making it easy on them easier. So, which is kind of ironic, right? So help us, tell these stories, help us create opportunities, share these videos, help us support those who once served for all of us. Whether it's by buying a bottle, attending one of our craft events, or volunteering at an event, or sharing a story, or just donating $5. Look, it all matters because when we support veteran entrepreneurs, we're investing in people who have already invested in America. And it's more than just a charitable donation. It's action. It helps. It really does make a difference. And if you're curious, go check out supportcraft.org. Follow me. You can like, you can subscribe, you can learn more. You can reach out to me directly through any of the comments. And I'd love to have a chat with you and talk more about this. Anytime we can, talk more about how to improve the status of veteran-owned brands out there in our communities. Appreciate it. Thanks for everything you all do, and cheers.